Hey there guys, welcome back. Simply H here again with another My World with H. You should know what to look forward to by now. It's my usual what I've been up to this week video, and basically what you can expect are movies, you can expect TV series, you can expect sports, maybe a little bit of entertainment, and then I've got a new sport I've added in, and I've also got a shout out section that I'm going to try and do each time. It's a shout out to a YouTuber of the week, I should put it that way. And then also something to have a look at in the next 27 days is a Kickstarter startup that you are able to pledge to. There's 27 days left as of recording today at 3 o'clock on the 5th of May 2016. Unbelievable. This year is flying. It's almost time for us to go back to South Africa and go visit again. But anyway, back to this week. So obviously I'm wearing my marble cap in recognition for what we've done this week. And on Saturday we went to go watch Captain America Civil War. As you know, I'm not one for negative reviews, so I won't. Not that it needs a negative review, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a very good movie. I did enjoy the movie. Thinking about it, and it's one of those stories where when you're just coming out the film, it's like awesome, it was great and what have you. But then when you have had time to think about it and have time to have things set in a little bit, then you kind of change, not your mind as such, but you really get to think about how they could have done things and so on. For me personally, the favorite thing that happened was there was a scene where they were chasing Bucky and he caught a motorbike mid-air and rode off on it. I thought that was pretty cool, an awesome shot or awesome excitement scene for me. Some of the parts were slightly boring, I must say. I don't get why it's called Captain America Civil War. Honestly, they should have, I don't know if it's Captain America Civil War. It's more of a Avengers Civil War, if you ask me. But it's probably not, because Thor and Hulk weren't in there at all. They were mentioned, but they weren't there. So I'm not quite sure what they were up to. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below if you know of anything that they might have been up to at the time. And then obviously I really enjoyed the Black Panther. I was looking forward to meeting that guy, and I am also, I'm very, very chuffed with their pick of the new Spider-Man. I think they hit it spot on, and he made it all exciting and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed the new take on the Spider-Man. He's definitely more lively and more believable as Spider-Man. The other guys were a bit too old for me. Again, the Daniel Radcliffe Spider-Man was not great for me. That's what turned me off Spider-Man to start off with. Then a couple of weeks back, one of my friends coerced me into watching the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and then I kind of thought, hey, this is not bad. So I got some faith back, but I reckon this little dude has definitely got it going on, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing the movie Homecoming. Obviously Spider-Man Homecoming, I think it's coming out next year. Then another movie I watched, I think it was a Sky movie. It's called The Possession of Michael King. Yes, I'm slowly getting back into the horror scene again. Not that I was completely out of it, but just, yeah, long story short, The Possession of Michael King, I really enjoyed the film. It's like a mashup of Blair Witch, because it's found footage type vibes. Mashed up a little bit with Paranormal Activity, but then the story is none of those two. And basically, long story short, a dude loses his wife, wants to find out if there really is such a thing as demons and what have you, and he goes through a journey of trying to prove or disprove demonology and all these things. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. And then I saw on Tuesday or Wednesday I saw Jeff Saws had a video up about 100 Tears. It's a movie he found on YouTube. Definitely, if you are a fan of horror, you'll definitely enjoy this one. Lots and lots of blood and gore. I enjoyed watching that one. It's if you don't like clowns, then obviously you won't like that either, because obviously it's a killer clown one. So yeah, 100 Tears, go have a look. As I said, Jeff Suarez is the guy that got me onto that one, and really enjoyed that film. Then my I'm laughing because I didn't think that I would ever admit that I watched this series, but my series that I watched this week was Geordie Shore. They had their finale episode for this season. I don't know why, but I enjoy it. It's kind of like being in a fly on the wall in my 20s when I was kind of acting that sort of way. You wouldn't say that of me today if you had met me, but yeah, that's very much close to what I was like growing up. Flash, looking good at the moment, enjoying it. Definitely one of the better, well not better, but one of my favorite DC TV programs at the moment. Gotham still top of the list for me. DC Legends of Tomorrow, it's warming up more and more. I'm warming more and more to it. I'm really enjoying that. Game of Thrones, can't beat it. Really enjoying it. It's the first time that I'm actually watching it week by week rather than binge watching all the episodes at the same time. But there's so many spoilers out at the moment that you really don't have a choice. If you're going to leave it for a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, you're going to be, the whole thing will be spoiled. So I'd rather just bite the bullet and watch it weekly like everybody else. And then my YouTuber of the week, which is a new segment for this video. I didn't chat about this channel before on the video I did last time with all the YouTubers that have affected me and what have you, but I definitely have a lot of respect for this channel. I saw this channel grow from point of view to camera on the face, and I'm very proud of her, I must say. I don't know why or what it is about it, but I'm very proud every time I see likes and things like that from her and comments. But the channel you can go check out, I will link it obviously at the bottom. It's called Leeza Reviews. Go check her out. She's an artist. She does some of her own sculptures, dragons and things like that. She's very much into promoting art and buying art from other people as well, so she's definitely very much in the art scene. And then she obviously does the art unboxing video, and she's very active on the horror type sites and things like that when it comes to Facebook and all that. But yeah, very cool chick. If you haven't checked her out yet, please go and have a look there. Really, definitely someone that you can have fun with. It's the only way I can put it, because she's really sweet, she's really genuine, and then she also does interact and all that stuff, which is great. Then the Kickstarter that I was talking about, it's guys that are bringing a new take onto horror, in the lines of they are doing something very different, and I don't want to mess it up by telling you what it is and getting it wrong. So definitely please go click on the link. The link will be to their Kickstarter campaign, and there's a video there explaining everything. It's called Greetings from Moonhill, and it basically has art and literature in it, so which is very cool. If I could, I would have donated to their Kickstarter, but obviously I've not been able to do so, so I am trying to get other people to do so. So I go have a look at their Kickstarter page and see, maybe you can donate something there. Obviously there's different tiers and different things that you get for donating, so have a look, it's your choice. Brings us back to our usual schedule, which is the rugby standings. So obviously every week I'm doing the top fives of each of the main competitions, or as such, or main to me. And so the top 5 rugby teams as far as countries are concerned, at the moment as it stands, it is Wales number 5, England, South Africa, Australia, and still top is New Zealand. There wasn't many changes in that order if I look at last week. Then in the 7th, the next match is next weekend only, or not match, the next tournament, so there's no changes either. But at number 5 we've got the US of A, 4 Australia, then New Zealand, South Africa, and the top 7's team at the moment is Fiji. Let's see if there can be a change and a shake up again next week, but yeah, next weekend. But for now, that's what it is. And so therefore, by the time I do the next show, it'll still be that. Super Rugby, at the moment, we've got a tie at 5th place, which are the Bulls and the Highlanders. Then the Stormers, Hurricanes, Crusaders, and Chiefs. Again, these are based on the points that they have scored. As such, it's not based on... it doesn't necessarily mean that those 5 teams will all go through. Obviously, 1 from each country at least will go through. And then, or 1 from each division at least will go through. Then in the Currie Cup, we got number 5, Golden Lions. The Border Bulldogs, the Border Bulldogs at 4, the SWD Eagles, Western Province, and then at top of the log at the moment is the Griquas. Then in the world of football or soccer, we've got Germany, Colombia, Chile, Belgium, and at number 1 at the moment is Argentina. And then obviously the end of the Barclays Premier League has come along. The winners have been announced. Very big congratulations to them. Last year I think they were close to relegation, and this year they're top of the log. It's unbelievable. In fact, the one guy was, I think, still a delivery driver or something at the beginning of last year, something to that effect, and now he's top of the log team. So at number 5 is Man United, 4 Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, and the Barclays Premier League champions for 2015-16 season is Leicester. Yeah, huge congratulations. This is going to be one of those where they should make a movie out of it, a Hollywood movie or something, of the underdogs making it through. Really, if you have a chance, go check it out on YouTube. There are some videos up about their rise to the championship, which is great. Then in cricket news, we've got the ICC Test standings at the moment. New Zealand is at 5, England 4, Pakistan, India, and Australia. Then on the one-day scene, we've got Sri Lanka at 5, India, South Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. So that means Australia is topping both one-days and test, 5-day test rankings. Then for the T20, we've got England, SA, West Indies, India, and New Zealand on top. So a little bit of changes there, but not huge changes, and no really huge shocks. I think the biggest shock to me personally is the fact that we were number 1 test nation for quite a while, and we were in the top 2-3 for a while, and I see now that we're not even in the top 5 anymore, so South Africa have to pull up their socks a bit. I see the one day we're 3rd, and in the T20s we're 4th, so we're definitely not where we used to be, but I'm sure there's reasons and things like that. It is also not our cricket season at the moment, so that could be affecting the rankings as well. So I don't think it's huge cause for concern at the moment. Then in the IPL, we've got at 5 the Sunrisers Hyderabad, 4 Mumbai Indians, Delhi Daredevils, Gujarat Lions, and on top of the log for this season so far, it is Kolkata Knight Riders. They've been doing their thing. And this next part, or this next sport that we're putting on here, is UFC, thanks to Jason Alkers, who suggested that I drop WWE and add UFC. So I figured, you know what, I'll add UFC, but I won't drop WWE. I'm actually quite enjoying it at the moment, so yeah, I'm not dropping it yet, sir. But here's your UFC. So pound for pound, which is basically a ranking that's put up by journalists from around the world. They actually go and say, okay, pound for pound, this is the top UFC fighter. And so pound for pound is John James. The flyweight champion at the moment is Demetrius Johnson. The bantamweight is Dominic Cruz. The featherweight is Conor McGregor. The lightweight is Rafael Dos Anjos. The welterweight champion is Robbie Lawler. The middleweight champion is Luke Rockhold. The light heavyweight champion is Daniel Cormier. The heavyweight champion is Fabricio Verdum. And the women's strawweight champion is Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And I must be saying that wrong. And then the women's bantamweight champion at the moment is Miesha Tate. Ronda Rousey is at third at the moment, so I don't know how that is in the whole mix of things. Personally, I have not watched many UFC fights, and since Jason has mentioned to me that he wants this on here, I have now made a point to start watching, and I'll be honest with you, I've been watching highlights of some of the things. The next big event, or the next event that you can go to, is this weekend. It's on the 8th of May in Rotterdam, Netherlands. And the highlight, or the big fight of the night, is the heavyweight number 5 is taking on the heavyweight number 3. Number 3 being Overeem, and number 5 being Arlovski. So that is your UFC bit, Mr. Olkers. Then WWE Power Rankings. Now how this works is, I think it is kind of like a popularity thing. It's got to do with the fans' votings and things like that. Obviously it's the first time I'm putting this on here, and I'll update it. But the problem is that it's not done live as such, if I can put it that way. It's not like the other sports where you've got your top 5 and it's because of games that have happened or what have you. This is, I think, more of an opinion poll. But on the WWE Power Rankings at the moment, we've got number 5, The New Day. Number 4, Cesaro. Number 3, Chris Jericho. Number 2, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy, Roman Reigns. And number 1 on the power rankings of WWE at the moment is AJ Styles, which I can see why. If you did watch Payback last week, you would have seen that Roman Reigns and AJ Styles obviously had the main event, and technically AJ Styles beat Roman Reigns twice and then won the match the third time. The reason why that was like that is because there were some twists in the plot, as there usually is in WWE. And spoilers, if you didn't, oops, it's a bit late now to say that, isn't it? I'll put it in the description, spoilers. But the championship went to Roman Reigns after he beat him the third time. So how the hell does that work? How did AJ Styles win twice and Roman Reigns wins once but keeps his championship? Well, basically, Vince McMahon has given Stephanie and Shane the same amount of power over WWE. So the two of them are at the moment trying to one-up each other and trying to do things for the better of the business. So what happened was Roman Reigns was counted out outside the ring, which means AJ Styles won the match, but he didn't win the championship because it wasn't a pinfall. So basically out comes Shane McMahon and he says, hey, whoa, this match is not over. There's no way that in this new era of wrestling that we're going to allow championship matches to be decided like that. Ring the bell again, the match is back on. And boom, bam, bing, whatever, and match back on again. And if they do their whole thing, flying fists of fury with phenomenal forearms and Superman punches and what have you. And bah! Roman Reigns hits AJ Styles in the nuts. Boom, 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 boom. Disqualified. So what happens now? No. Roman Reigns loses because of disqualification. However, that means he keeps his title because he's been disqualified and he wasn't pinfalled, what have you. And says, no. Even though my brother tried to sort things out by saying that there is no count out, I'm now saying that that there's no disqualification. Oh my socks, and one thing leads to another. They start they start the match again, and boom, bam, bing, bada bing, bada boom, fattest guys in the room. Before you know it, AJ Styles is beaten, and Roman Reigns stays the champion. So basically, that is just what we can expect from the new WWE, that they're going to be throwing things around a bit. I know that on Monday Night Raw there was some more controversy. There were huge controversies when it came to the women's match. The lady tapped out, but didn't really tap out, so that was pretty cool. So long story short, last week I had my predictions, and I only got 4 out of the 8 right, so that means I got 4 in and 4 out, which isn't too bad. I would have liked Sami Zayn to win rather than that guy, but it's fine, we can live with that. But at the end of the day, that's WWE for you. Sometimes they listen to the fans, sometimes they keep on doing their own thing. On the record again, I still don't understand what the hell people's issue is with Mr. Reigns. Again, he had an excellent, their fight with, yes, there were many stops and it was like, oh, drama, but the two of them had an excellent wrestling match, AJ Styles and Roman Reigns. I still don't understand how the crowd are still booing him. But there is talks of him turning heel, or people want him to turn heel so that at least he can deserve those boos that he's getting. Guys, I want to thank you again for watching. If you're still here, if you've been around for all this time now, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, you can look forward to another episode next week. However, next week I am writing some exams, so it will be later next week, or obviously late being Thursday, but it will be later than Thursday because, yeah, I won't be in Bristol for next week. I'll be in London next week, so I might, yeah, I won't be able to load anything up until Thursday evening, if anything. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Copy you again next week, and we'll chat again. Also look out, I'm going to do the next Q&A video as well, so around the same time as this video, or same, yeah, in the same couple of hours of this video. I'm also going to be posting my next Q&A video, so you guys can look out for that. Today's answers are for George Ainslow, and I'm throwing Jeff Soars, sorry man. I'm throwing his answer in there as well, because the two of them have more or less the same concept again. So George Ainslow and Jeff Soars is going in there. So just to recap what we spoke about today, it was obviously go check out Leeza Reviews, go check out that Kickstarter campaign if you can, and then yeah, our top rankings and all those things. Don't get me wrong about Civil War though, go watch it for yourself, see what you feel about it. But for me, there was like cool action, yeah buddy, and then cool action, yeah buddy. So that was that's basically what it was for me. Again, I'm not gonna say, if you had to grade it out of 5, I'd probably give it a 4, because it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. It's just, I don't know, I can't put my finger on what I don't like. But again, I'm not saying I dislike it totally. It was very cool. I had a few moments in there where I was like, yo, look at that, and hey, who's this, and whoa, and then my wife was sitting next to me, so shame, her poor leg, because every time I get excited, I'm like, knock, 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 knock. So yeah, long story short, don't get me wrong on it. It's not a crap movie. It really is cool. Go watch it. It's just maybe not as much as I expected. And yes, it is also coming from a DC fanboy. At the end of the day, I am more of a DC person than a Marvel person, so that's the other thing you got to remember as well. So please go watch it for yourself. Don't get me wrong. And yeah, anyway, I'm going on again, ramble, damble. Have a fantastic one, and I'll see you next week. Cheers, bye.